What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and I'm tired, and I'm under the weather, and I gotta knock this cold out because I got a lot of things I gotta do this weekend, and I'm trying to get out of town at the same time. All right, y'all. We got in front of you my last review I'm gonna do tonight, and if I don't do any other reviews this week, I ain't doing them. I thought I was gonna do some Dragon Ball Z reviews, but man, I've been doing reviews for 3.5 hours straight. I'm ready to go and relax now. This is a vacation, not, including YouTube. News videos I can do so easy, but whew, setting this up. Oh, Lord, and I got to clean up all these toys. All right, y'all. Last one for the night. Let's do it. We have in front of you the Transformers Age of the Primes Leader Class, the 13, MEGATRONUS, The Fallen. Now, this one is nice. 38 steps to transform. We've got them in tank mode. We're going to first go over the box. Then after that, we'll go over accessories. This review ain't going to be long either. There ain't nothing to be long about. In the side of the box, we see that there's the 13 primes there. There's, wait a minute. Talk about why that kind of look in separate video. And of course, the Fallen's on the side. And then on the back, you see here's 38 steps to transform. All that good stuff. Let's bring in the camera a little closer so we can get more light. Yep, I set this at 4.0 because he is kind of dark. I'm going to move this out the way. There's the Requiem Blaster right there. You know more about a toy than that word, you in trouble. Anyway, that's right, I'm messing with y'all today. We got Megatronus in his tank mode, man. Check this guy out, man. Check this guy out, man. I like this thing. A little cumbersome to transform, but once you get him in play, he is pretty much done. And he's a big tank. Only thing I hate so far is the way the turret doesn't really on this part connect to anything. So it kind of doesn't look like you're doing something, or maybe you could turn this a different way, but there's no connection ports there whatsoever. There's something here, which would have been nice if they kind of had that, but there's nothing there for you to click onto. So unfortunately, when you pivot it up, you're going to get that part. And then sometimes that happens too. And maybe I didn't lock it. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to do anything else. So that's just something to think about. But over that, he does do this. The tank mode is very nice. It's just a H tank, just a bigger H tank. You know what I'm saying? Like Jaws, and then there's bigger Jaws. This is bigger H tank. Then, of course, you have the accessories, which is Requiem Blaster and the little cannon piece are here. This here is the, little piercing blade thing. This here is a pole connector thingy to connect this. And then, of course, there's this nice choppy, stabby. Chop, chop, stab, stab. Then, of course, you get these nice flame. So you get these flame parts right here. Look like little fire things from Donkey Kong. Do. Yeah, they be following you and stuff. And then over here, you got these bad boys, these little L-shaped flame part thingies. I'm going to show you how they put them on. Now, you can put the flame effects where they tell you, or you can put them where you want it. I'm putting them where I want it. And I don't really know if it goes this way or that way. It doesn't matter as long as it fits. That's all that matters. You put the flame parts here. Then after that, you got these two flame parts. Now, I think you can stick them on the side somewhere, but I don't like sticking them. They look stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I put him right here. Flame. So, he on fire. He the fallen. You know what I'm saying? The fire. He fall and he burning. I guess that's what that means. So you just put him in here right here. Yeah. And there you go. Now you got the tank with the burning flame effects. Let me see if I put him on the other way. He look kind of derpy that way. I feel like I did this wrong. I did this right one time. So let's do that. I tell you, boy, I don't have my ruler. But he about 8-9 inches tall. And as you can see there, yeah, I think that looks better. This is nice. Now, only thing you do is you just kind of put this together so it doesn't go in that way. See that? She goes that way. It's rubbery. And then, of course, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong? Something wrong here. Wait a minute. This go on this side. And then this goes right here. That's right. I was a little nervous because it didn't fit at first. You know what I'm saying? But basically all you do is just peg it on the side. And I think you peg the side first. Let me see. It's been a while. It's been about an hour or so. And you just peg it on the side right there. And there you go. You got tank, gun, turret. It turns, it moves, it's got wheels, and the wheels kind of lift him up off the ground, kind of give him that hover look, but he does have wheels. And they all four roll. They're right under here. And you can see a lot of the robot under the tank mode, but man, this is an H-style tank. And how do we know this is an H-style tank? Because we're going to show it off against minor Megatron. So I had to go through the well and dig through a whole bunch of stuff. And that's why there's a lot of boxes out here, because I did not know where the set was. And here he is, none other than minor Megatron, which is, you know, he got his name from this guy. Very similar H-style tanks. The only difference is he's bigger. More mass, more or less. He's almost the same size as him, and I can't, unfortunately, do measurements, but y'all get my point. So, anyway, we're comparing him with these two tanks, because these are the two tanks I want to use in the video. So, just get a quick little glimpse tank modes here. And, of course, you can see from the bottom, not that they're similar, they don't share anything. I'm just showing you, please don't. I see, no, they're H-style tanks. This is the H, they fold up into an H. Isn't that special, right? And that's what you got. So basically, it's the only tank I could find that kind of matches him. I could have transformed any one of the Megatrons, but I got to find the other full parts to make the cannon, and I left that. I ain't going to look for that. So minor Megatron was better fit to me because he would kind of, you know, he would still be a minor when you got his inspiration Megatrons. And I could be wrong. I know some of y'all, you know, like I said, again, I'm going to tell y'all like this, you know, and all that. I need to know the lore crap. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't grew up to know what Transformers do, because, you know, I do reviews. I don't really sit there and go through all I don't have time. So if you know, you know, cool. If you don't, I don't think it really matters. It's a great toy overall so far. I like it. I like it. I generally like it. I don't like transforming it. It's not hard. I just don't like transforming, but it's a nice one. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to get him into robot mode. And that's going to be done, of course, in 2 and 2. And we're back by YouTube magic, and we now have the Fallen into robot mode. Now we're going to go over some of the details here. Now, first things first, he's got this nice weapon that was on the side. Now it turns into the stab weapon. Of course, we've seen how it's put together. He also has opening and closing hands. We'll go ahead and take that out for a second. And we'll just show him off without any of the bits on. Articulation is always the same. As we know, the arm does a 360, goes out to here. I think it's supposed to lock in place, but it does have a little bit of a butterfly. Oh, that part I can't stand. So yeah, these little things, they clip on and stuff, and I guess you can, you know, lift it up like that. But the leg goes out to here. Yes, the feet are hollow, but that's because of the transformation. So, you know, I'm sure a third party will give us some fillers because somebody's going to complain. It's Bruce Hollow. The leg goes all the way back to here. And of course, the leg pivots here. Feet swivel. Thigh swivel. Open and closing fist, the wrist swivel. Waist turn. Does a 360. On the side, he has the Requiem Blaster. On the back, how Megatron looks. And of course, he's got these up here. And of course, remember, he had the staff weapon. Now, the colors on this is primarily black. A little bit of this purpley color. Now, let's take a look at the head. And I'll form the head. Brighten that up a little bit. And the head has this like purpley and yellow look. So yeah, that's the head right there. And let's put this back to where we had it. We're going to back it up so we don't put too much light on here. And he is primarily dark. So let's put the weapon back in his hand. I'm going to put his height at about 8 inches. He is taller than Optimus Prime, who is 7.5. And things like that. And so, here you go. All right. Now we're going to show him off with some other characters. And first things first, we're going to compare him with Megatron. Now, not just any Megatron, but minor Megatron. It's not so much a comparison. It's showing, you know, the slight similarities of how, you know, the two of them, you know, not two of them, but how he, you know, modeled himself after him. And, you know, these are his beginning roots. He would have seen the Fallen, maybe, or maybe not. Somebody's going to go, he didn't. I don't really care, okay? It's my lore. Shut up. So, yeah, that's basically how it goes. You know, Megatron, Megatronus, you know, that's how he look. And he's very similar. Let's see. What else do we have on deck? So we're going to keep this short today. Next, we have Optimus Prime. And like I said, Optimus Prime is 7.5 inches. So Megatronus, the Fallen, is about 8. And to show off another Prime, here we will bring in the upgraded Nova Prime with the DNA kit. Oh Lord, which I ain't gonna never review, y'all, because I'm not going to transform this thing. It's a lot to do to get him into vehicle mode. So the answer to that question is hell to the nah. Or how that boy said, to the no. That's exactly what's going to happen today, because we ain't reviewing all this, man. But you can see, and I like the fact that Nova Prime has that added height, and both of them look very imposing together. Still, this does look kind of good. But without the extra help me parts to create the look, he would be a lot shorter, because he's really not that tall. But with the little extra feet height and things, he looks nice. And let's see if we can get him in the frame, because yeah, he's really, I mean, yeah, I like that. I like that. So yeah, definitely like that. And to finally top off the video so we can get out of here for the night and y'all can tell me I did a shitty review. We'll put the flame effects on in the robot mode. And the flame effect goes here. A flame effect goes there. A flame effect goes, you gotta fold this. I think you gotta fold this down. No. You put a flame effect right there. And you put another one right there. And earlier he was being burned by a flame. So you gotta put the flame effects on because he's on fire. Yep, he got attacked. Burned up. All right. So yeah, this is about all we're gonna show off today. And basically that's it. Then showing off articulation and everything else with the Fallen. And let's sum it up. So to put it in layman's terms, it's a very good figure. I think he is worth the money. Large and imposing, has nice size, hardly any hollow pits here and there that aren't hollow unless it's part of the transformation. He does have some hollow bits like right around in here, usually in the usual places. And of course, third party will probably come with the little filler parts here and there. Now, I will get into a few things that I didn't like. The chest, when I got him out, doesn't seem to look flush, but it is. But you do have to fold everything to kind of line up. So it's not like you straight fold it down. You gotta, once you see how it's done, you'll get it right. The first time, though, out the box, it felt like it wasn't gonna, come together, but it did. Nothing else that I could think of right off the bat that's bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's just some things I noticed. Not really. I'm thinking this is probably a very impressive figure. As they stated, there won't be any repaints or remolds of the 13 Primes, and I think that's pretty cool in a sense. I know a lot of people thinking maybe Stormbringer Megatron, or some people are even thinking that, oh, it's going to be 86 Megatron, but that reality doesn't really mesh well. This mold is particularly its own. I do have Make Toys, whatever that thing was, their version of the Fallen. But it's so deep within storage that I was already tired after going through 4 bins. And I did take it apart because I was kind of annoyed with it because I never took it back because it had like a glitch in the head or something. And I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. So I didn't really care for it after a while. He just kind of got thrown in the pile with all the other stuff. But actually, I think this is better than Make Toys. A lot better. And it's available and it's, right now, a heck of a lot cheaper if you can get it at the regular price. So yeah, I really do like Megatronus, the Fallen. I think this is probably one of the best figures I've got to play with in a while. That's right out the box. You don't have to do anything special. The flame effects are nice. You can put them on any way you want. Well, sort of. And then you just got to put it on that way. But either way, he looks good. He looks menacing. He looks evil. He's got a lot of weapons. You could do some different playability. But being the precursor to what Megatron would become, not so much become, but being what, Megatron envisions to almost look like. It's crazy how that happens. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comments below. Do you love the figure? Do you hate the figure? Or God forbid there's this third-party version that's so great. Anyway, we already know that. But anyway, I don't think so, because I have that one. So yeah, this is Super Robot Ed. Bring more news reviews to them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.